Hello, my name is Anthony. Welcome to the session that discusses the introduction of a new improved batch control maintenance feature, which is available in the 24C release of the Oracle Utilities Cloud Services. In this session, we will talk about this new feature and how it impacts your business. I will give you an overview of the new batch control maintenance feature, followed by more detail to explain how to use it and the benefits to your business. Then we'll walk you through a demonstration. Batch controls define individual batch processes delivered with the service and extensions. They define how the service will process your data in bulk. We have introduced a new and improved batch control maintenance feature as part of this release for all customers. This is a mandatory change as it replaces the older inefficient maintenance function. There is no opt-out option for this enhancement. As part of this release, the batch control maintenance is now a portal with several zones optimized to improve efficiency. The portals and zones have been redesigned in line with other portal and zones already optimized. This improves the efficiency of viewing and maintaining batch control records. In this release, we have provided a new and improved maintenance experience using the portal and zone features of the framework. The new portal features a more consistent interface to other portals in the product, which take the importance and relevance of information into account. The more important information is shown first, and the relevant dictates what information is segmented together in groups. As the definition of batch control is diverse, the portal features dynamic features to highlight important relevant information. For example, if you use plugin batch, then the plugin batch definitions are shown, thus saving navigation. In past releases, the level of service was always calculated as part of the loading screen. This can be quite complex, so it's not calculated by default in this new release, but you can request it via a dedicated button. Algorithms and parameters have been made consistent with other portals, which will show overrides as necessary. In this release, we're also adding batch options, which allow customers to further influence behavior and provide additional configuration options for now and in the future. Now, let's take a look at the batch control maintenance feature. Welcome to the demonstration of the new batch control maintenance function. You can get to the screen via the menu or using unified search. Once you get into the screen, the first thing you'll see is a search to allow you to find the batch control. So I'm going to bring up one that will highlight features, but you can use it for any batch control. So I'm going to use the batch control check. Batch control. As you can see, this portal has been built using standard tools, config tools inside the product, and it is quite different to the existing batch control maintenance. First thing you should note is that the main section, or the main tab of the main section, the main tab, will be dynamic. So while there is common information, depending on the batch control type that you'll use, the content will vary. So for example, this example is using plugin batch, and so you'll see plugin batch information is listed here. This saves you moving to the algorithm tab, for example, to find that information. So whatever information we can surface for you, we will bring on this screen. You can go to the code, looking at the app viewer or the app explorer as it's called now. You can even submit a job from here using the context menu. Now the information here is being reorganized to be more flexible but also more consistent. So the more important information is shown on the main screen. We have sections now that outline additional information. So for example, if you want to know the flags for tracing for developers, it's here. And you can edit those flags and set them. You can also see submission defaults. You can see here that the thread count and submission records are now set to zeros. And you can also see a number of functions. Now these functions were very similar to what was in the original batch control, but we have a new one called level of service. So if you have set the level of service on this batch control, you can find the level of service by clicking on the level of service button. Now, additional information has been put in sections in this page now. So the detailed description is shown here, but it actually has to be open, so we give you maximize real estate. And then you can see the parameters. Now the section here actually has parameters that are consistent with other portals and zones. So for example, if you want to find out what that parameter means, you can see the description from the parameter description. Okay, so you'll notice also now we have additional tabs. Now these tabs will give you information, more information about the batch control. So for example, algorithms. If you'll have algorithms attached to your batch control, then this tab will actually show you those algorithms. And you can create an algorithm, and it will walk you through just like other portals and generate some of the code for you in your scripts using plugin batch as much as possible. So you can create an algorithm from here using scripting. Now in batch controls, now we have options. These will be expanded in future releases. We only have one option at the moment. So at the moment there's no options here. So let's edit and have a look. And as with other option screens, you see the available options. So if you open it up, it says there's only one here, the batch group. So you can actually configure available options. As you see more releases, more options will start appearing as we add more and more functionality. And this allows you to have additional capability of configuring behavior rather than using parameters, using options in the future. And lastly, the last tab is cross-references. So if your batch control, has links to other things, it will appear in here, and you can use that for cross-referencing. So if you want to change this job, where it is used, for example, in an outbound message, is it used in other parts in a schedule, for example, you'll see it here and you can navigate. In this case, there's none. As with all the standard query zones and options and zone types, there are other options. You can export information, you can filter information, you can set up personalized views of information, all from here. So as you can see, the batch control maintenance now has been standardized to reflect other maintenance options that we have introduced in the past and improved. This concludes this presentation. Thank you for watching.